We have a $10 donation from Jester TGX that says, "Can't wait for the Mario block. Give me more Mario with that low percent run."
All right, welcome to Game Boy Block at SGDQ 2016. I am Protomagicalgirl, and as some of you know, I'm going to be running multiple games throughout this block. So one thing I want to talk about before we get started is I'm running on a Super Game Boy 2, and one of the particular features of the Super Game Boy 2 is that you can swap the color palette with the X button, which is a totally useful feature. So every time I do that by accident, I'm going to be donating $2 to SGDQ, and that goes for all of my runs today. So anyways, this is Bubble Ghost. And Bubble Ghost, honestly, is more than just a Game Boy game. Bubble Ghost is a story of true love. You know, you get to watch as this ghost saves this bubble from the evil mansion, brings it to freedom in the sky, and I think it's just beautiful. So I'm hoping with this game, maybe I can warm some icy cold hearts in Twitch chat. We'll see. All right, are we ready?
I think we're ready.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Bubble Ghost. Before we get started here, I want to take a moment of silence to appreciate this amazing music. Okay, cool. So this is Bubble Ghost. You're a ghost that pushes a bubble. This game is very movement heavy. It's a lot of very precise D-pad movement and keeping track of where this bubble is going, because the ghost can go wherever. I can go straight through walls, across objects, even into spikes, which is not a thing you can do in a lot of games. But if this bubble touches anything, it's over. So basically, a lot of what this game comes down to is just keeping this bubble safe. It's a glorified escort mission. So I'm blowing out those candles because the bubble cannot pass over them because it'll pop, because this is a scientifically accurate game about a ghost pushing a bubble, because ghosts can breathe, obviously. So this room has a fan in it. We're going to turn it off. You're going to see a couple more fans throughout this run and a couple more switches, but not as many switches as fans. Later, we just get to deal with fans. So in room 6 here, we are going to attempt one time a trick called room 6 skip, in which you do a skip in room 6. And we got it. That's really awesome. As you can see, that's really hard. The moving spike there has just brutal a hitbox. It just makes no sense, I swear. Nothing too exciting in the next couple rooms, so if you want to throw out a donation while I'm cruising, go right ahead.
I actually have a very important one, a $1,250 donation from Tetra Lee. It says, "Tickling elephants is important, but it would also have been a travesty if the All Stages incentive wasn't met. Good luck on the run, Proto. Shout out to May, Ellie Raptor, Loveny, Jade, Rising Moon, Vivian, Allie, and the rest of the fabulous transgender community on Discord."
Thank you so much, Tetra. So does that mean we met the all levels incentive?
I haven't personally checked. I can get back to you on that.
I need to know by room 14, because that's where the route diverges. So in here, we're going to push this bubble through a pixel-perfect spot. Yeah, and there you go. You can sort of adjust it, but it's more about just kind of getting a feel for how the bubble moves, and then you can do it. So room 11, I consider to be one of the first sort of difficult rooms of the run for casual players. You know, we've seen like room 6 skip and stuff like that is pretty difficult for a speedrunner, but you wouldn't do that stuff. Also, if you notice that I turned downward there, I actually skipped the rotating animation, which saved a couple frames. If you can get a bunch of those during a run, it starts to add up. That's a little trick that was actually discovered like 2 weeks ago. We're still learning a lot about this game.
All stages was met.
All stages. All right, that's awesome. So you guys get to see a lot of really, really cool stuff. So here's the elephant. Hi. Really want to tickle it, but I guess we can't. So, tears. So here's, coming up is room 14, and in any percent, we do the Bubble Ghost equivalent of the DKC2 Vine clip. Shoutouts to my boy Blunt Bunny. But instead, we're just going to keep chugging along here straight through to room 15. If you were to go up, it would take you to room 21, which is why that's the any percent route. So this is Eels and Escalators room. Go up, go down. Diagonals are hard in this game because if you notice, I'm kind of going up and down, or like a vertical direction then a horizontal direction alternating. Because you can't really just hold the D-pad down in this game. The ghost moves way faster than the bubble, and you just kind of end up running past it. Another thing worth noting, since you noticed that I just blew down that spider, the item interaction triggers in this game are absolutely horrendous, and it's really a miracle we haven't just not had any function yet. So that's pretty cool that they're actually working today. But there's plenty more of them to go wrong. So now we're halfway, if you can't read. If you can see that it says halfway. Then we're heading towards room 20 is one of the more difficult rooms in the run. So I'm just going to do my best with it. You can die a lot. It's really, really kind of sucky. Another item interaction trigger passed without a problem. This is pretty good. So here's room 20, and you can probably see why it's so difficult. Okay, so we got through the first one. See, this is what happens. Something you've probably noticed by now that I don't know if I've mentioned explicitly, you cannot really stop the bubble. If you need to keep it, there we go. That's really good. I did it. That level took me like 6 tries in the practice room like 10 minutes ago. So here's room 21. This is where all levels rejoins any percent. But anyways, you can't stop the bubble. So what you have to do to keep it in a small space is just keep going back and forth to the sides of it and just kind of bobble it, for lack of a better term, which can prove to be very difficult in some spots. Like you'll see in room 32, you get a really, really tight space you have to try and stay in while you're waiting for a cycle to line up. That is a cartridge tilt. Do we have time to quickly run through just any percent, I guess? I don't know. That's never happened to my cart before. About 7 minutes. Sorry, Tetra. That's unfortunate. That has never happened to my cart before. Should be good now. And then we just got to try and not to move the stage at all. But let me put the color palette back here.
Super Game Boy can be a little fickle sometimes.
Yes.
It's a cart within a cart at this point.
Yeah. All right, so are we starting over the timer, I guess? Or are we just keeping it going from there? All right. All right, so we ready? So 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, this is Bubble Ghost.
Shout out to the intro music.
All right, you have time to read some donations. Once we kind of get back to where we were, I'll start talking again.
I can do that. I have a $25 anonymous donation that says, "Here's for Bubble Ghost, one of my favorite Game Boy games that I didn't think anyone else knew about. Save the bubbles, tickle the animals."
That's good. Are we nearing the tickle the elephant incentive? Because I know that was a lot.
While I'm reading donations, I can refresh the page and check that as well.
Cool. Yeah, I need that by room 13, because that's where that elephant was.
We have a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, "From Lisa and Mr. Mister. Good to see you up there, Proto. Hope your runs go well."
Love you, Lisa.
We have a $25 donation from Primal Fox. "First time donating. Thank you all for the excitement this week. The blindfolded Castlevania Symphony of the Night run was excellent. Save the animals."
2 in a row. 2 in a row. I'm making it look too easy. I should have failed it.
Looks like Tickle the Elephant has not been met yet. We're still about 1,000 off.
All right,
so.
guys. 6 rooms, $1,000. I think we can do it. Come on. Who doesn't love Bubble Ghost?
We have a $10 donation from Sharkman86. I just have to donate during the Bubble Ghost run. I miss playing it on the original Game Boy. It brings back so many memories. Here's $10 to saving the animals. We have a $20 anonymous donation. Had to donate during Bubble Ghost and send a big shout out to my friend Infinity for getting me into this whole speedrunning thing. Good luck to Proto and all the other runners. Money goes to Super Mario World low percent run.
Yes.
We have a $10 donation from Deco plus Boko. Go Proto. I love you. Good luck on Ninja Gaiden Shadow later also.
Thank you, Deco.
We have a $20 donation from, I believe this is pronounced Moelle? I don't know.
Moelle.
As president/prince/dictator of GB, appointed by the John Carls and the Author Blues, I approve this GB block and donate our profits from this month's eggplant harvest. Good luck to all the runners. P.S. If the announcer can pronounce my name correctly, I will donate another $5.
I think that was close enough. See? Maybe he's in a good mood. Maybe not.
Maybe I'll get lucky then.
Close. So now we get to see this DKC2 Vine clip thing here. As you can see, it's pretty hard. There we go. That was nice. So remember that I can't stop the bubble. So my setup for that is really kind of wishy-washy. I just kind of stop blowing it and hope it kind of lands in the middle at the right time and then just kind of go for it. Yeah, all right, so now we're kind of headed back towards where we were. Where were we, like room 24 or so? That was too slow. Went too slow. Don't want to go too slow in a speedrunning marathon.
We have a $10 donation from SPRX-77. I work at a computer camp, and our students are enjoying watching SGDQ while they work on their projects. Thanks for the entertainment, and we'll miss it when it's gone. Well, we'll be back in about 6 months, so don't worry.
Always time for winter camp. So here's a Pony Canyon room, as I may have said. I'm pretty sure this is where we stopped last time. So now we get something new. The next room is room 25. It has a bunch of those lasers and or walls, depending on your interpretation. I'm going to try and skip 2 cycles of them by going fast. So there's 1. And that might be 2. Yes, okay. My very, very precise visual cue for getting the second skip involves counting to 2 1,000 in my head, and it usually lines up pretty well. So here's the room I was talking about earlier that has fans but no switches. I'm really not a fan of it. Off isn't here to laugh at that joke.
I got it.
It's okay. So here's the second skip. It will skip us to room 32. Oh, first try. Nice. I had to line that up in like a 2-pixel space to get between the spike and the wall. Now we're going to try and get a fast cycle in this room. There we go. Cool. That's actually easier to line up than doing it slowly because you can pretty much, once you're doing the same thing every time, you know it works. Here comes room 34, the room that eats casual players. I'm sure Infinite Mystery remembers Tiny 10-1. We all remember. This game, I used to hate this game because I could never beat it. And then eventually we came back to it. So yeah, that room, oh. Okay. This room's actually really easy once you're speedrunning because you can literally just kind of, yeah, go underneath. Time is going to end when we cross the black line in the next room. Sorry, I probably should have given you a little more of a warning. And time. Nice. That's a really good. That is
That is a world record.
Wait a minute. That's a recorded world record.
That is.
That's not the fastest time ever recorded because I got a 5:49 in the practice room yesterday. But hey, there we go. Shout outs to Cartridge Tilt. Moelle earlier was complaining about how I didn't have a VOD, so it couldn't be a world record. There you go. All right, so we have one more thing to do here. So if you guys were paying attention both times we had to do this, you noticed that there was a leaderboard. This thing doesn't actually save. There's no save battery, but it's some sort of primitive form of local multiplayer, I think, and it's pretty cool. So anyways, I'm just going to cash in on some memes real quick. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm going to be sentimental instead. So Bubble Ghost is a very niche game. That's the direction of the alphabet you go. And I highly doubt this is going to be seen at another GDQ for a long time, so I guess from here on forever, this is the Bubble Ghost SGDQ run. So I'm Protomagicalgirl, here with this wonderful couch. You'll be seeing more of me later. So far, I don't owe GDQ any money, which is pretty nice. Thank you for watching this Bubble Ghost run.
I figured I'd mention